we got the insulation done, we're gonna finally start the hardwood interior. Yeah, baby! So what we're gonna be doing first is the subfloor. But in order to do the subfloor, what we gotta do is clean out the van again. Because insulation is everywhere, baby, because I put a lot in there. Woo! The van all clean, it's time to start laying out the floor. But in order to do that, we need a starting point. So, let me show you what we're gonna do. Alrighty then, if we come in here, you'll see I brought down my mini fridge. Why did I do that? Well, it's because it's the widest thing I have in the van. And it'll determine all the countertop space of how wide it is. So, how do we set up the floor, you ask? Well, if you look down here, you can see how wide the fridge is. And then we see the ribs of the van. Well, in between those ribs, we're gonna put some furnace strips. Why would we do that? Well, because we don't want to screw down through the van floor. I mean, unless you want to screw down and hit the fuel tank and then go boom! But we're not gonna do that because we're smart and we're gonna use some furnace strips. So, we're gonna set these down with some construction adhesive. And then we are good to go. So basically, we're just gonna set those up all along the area of where the size of the fridge is going to be, so we have the width that we're going to use and be able to screw down to it. So that is step one for doing your subfloor. Next up, I'm going to show you how to do it with time lapse, baby. Woo! Alrighty then, we made our first mistake, but that's okay, because my cat is here to make me feel better. And when we make mistakes, we learn from them. So, here's what happened. You guys saw that I was making all those additional cuts. Well, the reason I was doing that is because the van floor actually dips down a little bit. And I wanted the wood to be as tight as possible to the van, so when I seal it down with the construction adhesive, it would like be really tight. The problem with that though is, my brother pointed out, who is a really good carpenter, if I did that, the plywood would have a bow in it. So essentially a bow in the floor. And we don't want that. No, no, no. So what we gotta do is span the gap. And then, once we lay down the plywood, we'll be good because it'll be spanning the gap. We don't have to worry about it. No more bow in the floor. So, basically, sucks. All those extra cuts I did were pointless. But we learned something, so that's okay. So, now I just gotta make a couple more cuts to fill those in, and we're back on track. Alright, now that we got these all cut, what we're gonna be doing is sealing it down. In order to seal it down, I'm using this stuff, Loctite Pro Line. I'm not actually endorsing it because they're not paying me for it. And if you want this mug, you gotta fit the bill. So, here's a time lapse of me sealing all the wood down. Here we go! Now that we got the wood all glued to the van floor, we're gonna wait 24 hours to let it cure. Now, in order to make sure that it adheres to the van floor really well, I put a whole bunch of weights on there. Reason being is, I figured I'd get some use out of my weights since I never use them because I'm just naturally huge. Oh yeah! So, we're gonna wait 24 hours and then we're gonna check it again. Here we go!
24 hours later.
And there we went! It's been 24 hours, the wood is now cured to the van floor! By that I mean, she's tied like a tiger! So, what are we gonna do next, you ask? Well, we're gonna be taking some foam board insulation and putting it between each of the boards, because we wanna have good insulation on the van floor. Just kidding, heat rises, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I'm OCD, so let's do this anyway! Here's a time lapse! Woo! fabrication done, we're gonna make some templates for the plywood so we can cut them out to the exact specifications around the wheel wells. Here we go! Yeah! with an epic dance party!